Cities across the world counting down to 2025 already. Let's go live to Lynda. She's in Sydney, Australia. They're wrapping up the final hours of 2024. You always get in early there.
Happy New Year, Max, from my spectacular hometown of Sydney. As you can see, we are awaiting the 9 p.m. fireworks in just a moment, and this year it's going to be bigger and better than ever. There is a record number of fireworks, 9 tons in total, and for the first time ever there'll be 80 new firing positions from this side of the bridge, and we have a prime view here at Luna Park. Right around the foreshore, about 1 million people have gathered, some staking out their positions since midday yesterday, and here at Luna Park is a ticketed event. There are plenty of fans of yours, Max, and friends of CNN here from Peru, from Italy. I want to welcome in a couple who are joining me from London, Paminda and
Mandy.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
And Happy New Year to everybody out there.
So this is your first time celebrating in Sydney, and what a spot.
Yeah.
I know.
We've
Prime
seen this every
position.
year, you know, watching it on the news in the BBC and stuff, but this year we're going to make a special trip.
Yeah,
Why?
we've always wanted to come, and this year we both turned 60.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So this is our big trip, so we're so happy to be here.
What a way to celebrate. Do you think you'll end up coming back here for another New Year's Eve, having secured such a great spot this year?
I think so. I think we'll probably be back again. We've done a bit of travelling about as well now. So we've literally just flown back in from Auckland today to be here, especially for this.
And what's your wish for the year ahead?
I think with everything that's going on, I just want everybody in the world to just come together and just be happy.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit corny, but let's just love each other.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you a happy 60th birthday and a happy New Year. Enjoy the spectacular fireworks, which, as I said, Max, are going to be record-breaking this year. But before we get to the fireworks, I have a special interview. You probably know Men at Work.
We do, yes, we do, yeah.
Men at Work, a popular band all over the world. I interviewed Colin Hay, the lead songwriter, musician. Take a look. It's an iconic Australian song. Around the time Down Under hit the airwaves in the 80s,
Come on.
Crocodile Dundee was saying,
I'll slip an extra shrimp on the barbie for you.
It was a great fascination with Australia.
your record, business as usual, went to #1 in 6 countries. That must have been mind-blowing.
And tell me, America, what would you like to hear?
We did what very few people have ever done, you know, on their first record. Sold millions of records. It's phenomenal in the true sense of the word.
Down Under is practically our national anthem. Beloved in Australia, but around the world.
Yeah, people claim
still,
it from everywhere. You know,
they
people
love
in
it.
Bolivia love it, you know, and they don't really know what a Vegemite sandwich is, for example. Well, not very many people do, but it's basically, at the end of the day, a song about celebration.
Born in Scotland, Colin Hay moved to Australia age 14 and practically grew up in his parents' music store.
When I went to Australia, I had a good year, so I would go out in the street just to assimilate. I would start speaking like an Australian bloke, you know, just to not get into any fights, and so I would assimilate.
You still got it. Follow-up album Cargo went triple platinum. So your parents introduced you to the Beatles as a young'un, and all these years later, you've had the chance to perform with the drummer Ringo Starr. What was that like?
Well, quite surreal, really. The novelty never wears off. You turn around and you're playing, and Ringo's playing the drums. So he was in the Beatles. It's extraordinary.
Where are you two heading?
Colin Hay made appearances on film and television.
Come from a land down under.
So that's what that song's about.
Right now, he's touring the US. His wife Cecilia on percussion.
These are all my little babies here. They make me feel very secure.
Do you have a favorite?
Well, I love them all. I do love you all.
Do you have a favorite song?
The Land Down Under?
Can you sing us some of it?
Oh, no.
Will you you be singing in the aisles tonight?
Probably. We were teenagers when Men at Work was very hot in Canada too. So.
Singer-songwriter Sia, well known for her hit Unstoppable, calls Colin Hay her inspiration.
And I just remember watching it and seeing Uncle Collie go up and accept an award and thinking, this seems like a pretty good life.
I remember she came to stay with us in New York when she was 11. I remember trying to get her to, bribe her by saying, listen, if you have a shower and clean your room, you can watch David Letterman tonight and have Haagen-Dazs ice cream. And I remember watching her when she was on David Letterman many years later. And so I was weeping uncontrollably in my lounge room watching her on David Letterman.
What's on the cards for you in 2025?
I want to stay home a bit more and just be downstairs in the studio and messing around and just hang with Cecilia, my wife, and the dog. It's simple things.
Happy New Year, Colin.
Happy New Year, Lynda.
And Max, in the coming hours, throughout our CNN special, we will have performances from Men at Work, including the iconic song Down Under. We'll also have performances and an interview I got with Sting when he was touring in Atlanta. But right now, we're about 15 minutes away from the 9 p.m. fireworks, also known as the Children's Fireworks, which this year are curated by an Indigenous group known as We Are Warriors. And then, of course, the grand finale at midnight, where the entire sky will be lit up for some 7 kilometres, over 4 miles of fireworks from the Harbour Bridge, the sails of the Opera House, skyscrapers, and of course some floating barges in the harbour. Max?
One of the best. I love that idea of simple things as your sort of New Year's resolution. Absolutely brilliant.